Hey, George.
It's like ADD. What's up, brother?
All right, everybody, we are live on the Hockey Wives Hangout after the
Tell
premiere.
Preston to put a shirt on.
Why don't you guys say hi to everyone?
Well, why did George take his shirt off? Hi, how are you?
George,
Good.
Let's do this topless.
All right, well, Brandon just put on his shirt.
Okay, take your shirt off, baby.
Okay, everybody, we just watched the premiere of the Hockey Wives. We had a great time watching it. If you were watching it and thinking, as I was, you wish you could hang out with these ladies, well, tonight's your lucky night, and we are here with Maripier Morin and Tiffany Parros. Hi, ladies. What was it like to see yourselves on television?
Well, I still didn't see myself on television because I'm not in Canada.
You didn't see the episode yet?
Yeah, I saw the episode, but it's a little different seeing it on, the station.
Yeah, I agree. Maripier, you're on TV all the time. What was it like for you?
It was kind of weird because it's the first, well, I mean, I did interviews in English before, but that was the first time I was, like, seeing myself having a full-on conversation in English, and I think I sound weird.
You sound great. You sound great en anglais.
Ah, merci.
I'm from Montreal like you. I'm Jamey Ordolis, and I'm going to introduce everyone else who's here with us. So Trevor Boris, I'm a big fan of his. He's an amazing comedian. He was a producer on the show. I see Maripier's face of love when we introduce him. Hi, Trevor. You're going to tell us about what it was like to make the show, I hope?
Lie.
We can't hear you.
Oh, Trevor, you've got yourself muted, so get yourself...
oh, there I am. Hello, can you hear me now?
You're back, you're back.
I miss you girls, and I miss being in your homes and around your hot husbands and boyfriends.
That sounds so creepy. I love it.
Speaking of which, before I introduce the rest of our hangout tonight, can you guys show us your hubbies again? Boyfriends and hubbies who are in the room?
He's busy making me a drink.
Okay.
No, he's right there.
Hi, guys. How did the show?
Hi. Oh, it was awesome.
My dog hit his flip-flop, so.
Okay, awesome. So we also have Monika Platek with us. She's a sports journalist. We have Russell Sabio. He's from the W Network. And we have Daniel Bourré, who already is an official Hockey Wives superfan. Right, Daniel?
Yes, I am a hockey wife trapped in a gay man's body.
Everybody, really quickly, what was your favorite part of the show tonight? Ladies first.
Parros side eye. Tiffany, your side eye. Let's see it.
It's just a natural thing. You can't tee it up like that. It just happens naturally.
I love it. I'm learning from you. I'm learning from you.
You might get it at some point tonight, Russell. Okay, Trevor, favorite moment?
It does happen all the time, and I can attest to that. She does have resting bitch face, which she will admit to, and it's kind of the best part of the job.
It's true.
My favorite moment, I think, just remembering back to it all, was actually.
But I make the best cupcakes, by the way. So.
My favorite moment was probably when, I mean, it was a tough moment, but being in, I was there when we shot the Emily and Bridget moment there at the end, and it was just such a real moment, and I think, for hockey fans, that's something you don't really get to see or experience, and I think that's kind of the beauty of this show is, getting to be there for those kind of, real moments, and, it was tough for Emily, and then, we actually, hopped on a plane, us crew, flew to Minneapolis that night. So to be with them the next morning at 5 a.m. for them to drive to Des Moines, for him to get to the arena in the minors, and it was just this really, that to me was when I knew, like, okay, this show is kind of special. So that was my favorite moment.
That's great. It is a great moment, too. Maripier, what was your favorite?
Well, obviously I liked when Tiffany's sitting at the table giving the side look to Nicole Brown. I think it's just entertaining, and it's stuff that we do in our personal life all the time. But I think when Noreen shoots for Playboy, because she doesn't care what people think. She does her own thing. She's independent. She's powerful, and I think that gives me a lot of strength to see how she is and how she pursued her career.
Yeah, and she's actually, so she was pregnant then,
I know.
She just wore a little top and still looked amazing. She's there. We got some footage of that. She's due like right now. Have you guys spoken to her? Do you know what's happening?
I think she's in the hospital right now, honestly.
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh my
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
No.
Can we get her on this? Can we have her in the hangout from like the delivery room?
We can all scream like, push!
So what has she said to you other than being in the delivery room? How's she doing?
She's doing great. I think, just any new mom, you're nervous and you're scared because not knowing is the worst part. So
Definitely. Monika, who's a sports journalist, she's also a new mom. Do you have any questions for Tiffany? Is a mom, an amazing mom.
Yeah, I mean, I am just channeling my inner mom for Noreen. If she's on the delivery right now, push, sister, you'll get through it. Moving on, though, Tiffany, one of my favorite moments, I think, was seeing the twins. And, working in sports and, seeing these guys day in and day out in the locker room or in the dressing room, you obviously, can forget that they are fathers and husbands and boyfriends. And I think that's one of the most important parts about this show is that, you can cheer and jeer these guys on as they're on the ice, but they have someone to go home to. And in a lot of cases, it's these cute little faces. So I think that really brought the human aspect home for me and hopefully a lot of hockey fans that were watching the show tonight.
Yeah, I think
we're tracking all things social media at W Network, and in Canada, #HockeyWives is trending. So congratulations to all of you guys. People are really responding. Isabella Leesman has said that she'll take the Hockey Wives over Kardashians any day. So that's a true testament. Congratulations.
Who wrote that?
Isabella Leesman. Tweet her out right now.
Tell her I love her.
Tiffany, you're about to say something to Monika before?
I can't remember.
Okay, right. All right, so Daniel.
Yeah.
The only one whose favorite moment we haven't heard yet.
Well, it was short and very brief, but it's when my girl Maripier and Brandon were talking about anal sex at the dinner table. That was my favorite moment of the episode.
Yeah.
We did talk about butt sex on the show, but they didn't keep that part.
Anything to add in the after show on that topic? Anyone? Maripier?
And just so you know, I was there in their place when they talked about that. We only showed 10 seconds of it. It went on for about 25 minutes.
Oh.
This was like a conversation, and it was fantastic, and I kind of wish we could have shown more of it.
You need the extended version posted online on W.
Yeah.
Oh my God, no, you can't see that.
You need HBO for that.
Yeah.
All right, so Russell, you have a social question about why the ladies decided to take on the show.
Yeah, guys, we have Natasha here. She's saying, what made you decide to take on this project, Maripier, Tiffany? What was it for you guys to get involved in Hockey Wives?
Well, I decided to do it because, well, first off, Tiffany asked me, she was the first one to introduce me to the project, and I knew that if she decided to do it, it couldn't be bad for us. And on the other side, if I ever want to work in English, that was a great way to get my name out on the English market. And I don't know, I think for both Brendan and I, it was just a good opportunity.
Great.
Cool.
Huh?
What about you, Tiffany?
Well, for me, it was brought to me like NHL reveal, so I knew it would be very docu-style and not set up. And George and I both have clothing lines that, well, I've sold to a lot of hockey wives, but his is more hockey-oriented, so it made a lot of sense business-wise, but also just to show people that it's, sometimes people forget these guys have a heart and a family and things like that, so it's nice to show that side.
And I was just talking to Brendan, and it was also a good way, like, we're so close to people, and with social media now, you can interact with them, but that was also another way to let people in our intimacy and see how our life is. So I think we were very open people, we were very honest, and I think it was fun to get to show that to people.
Yeah, and it was really wonderful to watch you guys. I want to remind everyone to join in the conversation either here in the Google Hangout or using the hashtag Hockey Wives. And since, yeah, seeing you guys together was really the best stuff, let's talk a bit more of that. So first, Tiffany, you and George. You said, I definitely married George for his looks. And he is very, very handsome. Are we all in agreement with that, everyone?
Yes.
Yeah.
That whole scene at Noreen's was killer.
So the first
Size matters.
Size matters?
Did you just really said that? Oh my god. I think that George Parros is the only other hockey player I would trade Brendan for. That would be the only thing that I would agree on.
We're tweeting that out there.
Oh, hi, Lola.
She doesn't know what's going on right now.
Yeah, well, maybe clean up that convo a little bit just for Lola. George's mustache. It's so handsome. Has he always had a mustache? What's the grow out like? What's it like to kiss?
No, when we first started dating, he didn't have a mustache, but he tricked me. But my dad had a mustache growing up, so I think I'm used to him.
Nice. And we saw you cutting his hair. Do you do all of that beauty maintenance?
I try to. I usually have to promise a blowjob to get something in exchange, but
You promise a blowjob in order to give beauty services? That's like a win-win for, well, you know, he's married to you. It's a win-win all the time. Trevor, what can you tell us as a producer who was with them about Tiffany and George that we haven't seen yet?
She's talking about
First of all, I want a haircut now from Tiffany, and but just a haircut. And, I mean, it's fun. You know, I mean, you know, these two girls, I have to say.
Lola remembers you.
Yeah. These two girls are my favorite, and it was fun. You know, it was fun to be with Tiff. You know, she kind of, you'll see in the show, she goes through some changes, and you know, I don't know if I don't want to give anything away. Okay, I won't give anything away, but you know, we kind of go through some life changes with Tiff, and it was fun to just be with her, and it was also fun, like outside of shooting, just kind of, you know, having drinks and hanging out. And,
yeah.
And then with MP, like that night with the Guy Lafleur, like Brandon like made us steaks for all the crew, and it was like the best ever. You know, it's like our first day.
I hope a knife company was watching this show tonight and is going to send you some free knives.
Hey, Trev, how good were those steaks?
Oh my God, it was the best. As we were filming, like he pulls out this like pan, and there were like 12 steaks there, and we're only filming the 2 of them, and he looked like, you know, they just look like big pigs, like they're gonna eat 12 steaks. But that was pretty awesome. That was one of my highlights.
He's a caveman.
So wait, you guys are having steaks and drinks with you guys and Guy Lafleur?
No, Guy Lafleur
No,
was in there. We were just talking about him.
Yeah,
Okay.
The night when we had the dinner, when we were shooting our dinner here, I made steaks for the whole crew, so I had 12 steaks, but they're shooting me barbecue steaks, and I was like, you know, if people are watching this, they're probably going to think, like, who was he cooking all those steaks for?
Yeah.
All right, Maripier, Brandon, we see you. He has some nice facial hair too. Who has the hottest hair in hockey?
The hottest hair?
Yeah.
Henrik Lundqvist.
Oh yeah, definitely. He has the best flow going on. The guy is just like flawless.
It's true. Nice wavy hair, nice beard at times. Tiffany, what do you think?
I think it's.
I don't know, Brendan. George is good when he listens to me, but I think Brendan, like, what is that? You use a 2?
What on my facial hair?
To shave, what do you use? A 2?
Yeah, it's like a 1 or a 2. I change it up every once in a while.
So we did see Guy Lafleur in that episode because, Maripier, you were on the red carpet. So Brandon, wait before you go.
Yeah.
She was nervous about doing the red carpet and doing a good job, which was so sweet, and you did an amazing job. So what do you think of her and her career? What are your feelings on, are you proud of her?
Yeah, I mean, she's done so much. She's come a long way in the last few years. and definitely very proud of her. And she's killing it. She's making a big name for herself, and she's amazing. I never know what she's saying, but she looks amazing, and everybody. I mean, you can tell.
That's why you guys are still together.
Yeah, exactly. You got it, T. Parros.
That's the secret. That's the secret right there.
And I'm from Montreal, so I understand the whole French-English love affair. What was it really like to be dating when you didn't speak the same language?
It was easier.
Well, yeah.
And it was better.
It's like he banged a lot more.
Yeah, and now I'm talking way too much, and he gets annoyed. And, like, we fight a lot more since my English got better, so sometimes I wish I didn't learn, and I just did what he's doing with French right now.
Yeah, but she wasn't that bad at English. She was better than she thinks. Like, I always was able to communicate with her, but, you know. I
was just like nodding a lot. Yeah. I was just saying yes to everything.
Anybody else have any questions for Brandon and Maripier while we have them both together?
Because he's about to eat some waffles.
Yeah, I have a question. So there are obviously a ton of games on the schedule, and it is so busy. So Maripier, do you actually have a lot of time to watch his games? Do you find that, you know, if you're not able to watch, you're checking on your phone all the time for updates on scores?
Yeah, I do. The last 2 years, actually his first 2 years when I was on a morning show, so I basically didn't watch any of the games. But since I'm on my new schedule, I would say that I go to like almost most of the games. So, and if I can't, I'm on my phone like checking or asking anyone, because you're in hockey.
Go play.
What? Tiffany?
I've made some scrumptious food, so Barbie's going to eat.
Okay, but yeah, no, I'm lucky this year because I get to see a lot more than I did in the past 2 years.
So guys, I have a question as well. There are times where you have months of separation. How do you keep the spark alive? Wink, wink. Spark alive.
Well, we didn't.
Snapchat.
Okay, come on, be real, guys. That's a lot. I know exactly what you
do. Have answers to this as well.
You can do anything on FaceTime.
FaceTime's obviously a good way. We don't have months apart anymore. So, and sometimes even when I was in New York, and sometimes the break is good. It just makes it that much better when you see each other and you haven't seen each other. It keeps that spark in your eye. You kind of appreciate how.
I like when he goes on the road, even when it's just a week, because it makes me miss him, and I forget that he's an asshole. So when he comes back, usually I'm happy. Oh, you just
like, I gotta go eat now. I gotta go eat my waffle now.
Well, Tiffany, George is newly retired, and so how has that affected your sex life? More time together?
George has the same drive from day one, so I guess I have to work a bit more since he's home more. Less time off.
I don't know about the men on the call on the Hangout, but I know for the women, when you guys talk about trust and hockey players, and especially Maripier, you said that women will do anything to get your man. That like hits a chord. So what's the worst kind of stuff you guys have experienced?
I mean, for me, girls just don't care. You could be standing right next to them, and they don't care.
I think that's the worst can happen is when you're there and they can see that you're there and they're still like hitting on them right in front of your face. I think that's just so hurtful. But I mean, at the same time, there's nothing we can really do. We just have to.
Me, I laughed. They look thirsty.
Yeah. And that's why she's my friend. When I met Tiff, she made me realize how sad it was for them to actually act like that. So I learned a lot from her, from you, Tiff.
Aw, my little Frenchie.
I like that you show your diamond like right there.
Okay. Come on, let's talk about the diamonds.
Just show some bling. I'm getting blind by your diamond.
Stop it.
Tiffany, we actually.
I have a carat per blowjob rule.
How many carats is that one on your finger? And can you put it up to the camera so we can see it very well? How many carats?
I'm blinded, guys. I'm blind.
Yeah, enough.
Well, I don't know. Since we're talking about blowjobs, Tiffany, I want to know, you said you have foot and mouth syndrome.
Yeah.
What's your biggest faux pas that you've done with your foot and mouth syndrome?
I don't know. They haven't shown it yet.
Oh.
Trevor, can you provide some insight into this one?
Oh, God.
It'd be hard to choose just one, though, I feel. Yeah, I don't know.
What did you learn from, Maripier, and she's talking about what she learned from Tiffany, and we also see the other relationships and what the wives are learning from each other. Can you give us an overview of what you saw from the relationships over the course of the show?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, the first thing I learned on the show is that every hockey player has a dog, and I was worried that this show was basically going to be hockey dogs. I was like, everything we're shooting is walking dogs or going to photo shoots. There were a lot of photo shoots and a lot of dogs, and sometimes they were photo shoots of dogs. So thankfully we found some other stuff to shoot, but it was. I'll say too though, and there we go. There's one of our stars. It really was, as you spend time with them, and you'll see in the show, it's I think one of the coolest things about it is to see how the relationships are just like us. I'm a huge hockey fan. I've been my whole life, and I feel like I watch these guys all the time, but you never see they're pretty private, and you don't really get a glimpse outside of locker room interviews. So to get to meet Tiff and MP and everyone else in their life and just that world, I think it was really awesome.
On that note, first of all, we want to see your little friend, Maripier. There he is, or she. And based on what Trevor's saying, what we're seeing that we didn't know about hockey players, what do you think the main thing that if you don't know a hockey player, if you're just a fan who hasn't been close to one, what is the main thing that people don't know about hockey players? Tiffany?
Oh, me? Me. I don't know. They're all pretty short, to be honest with you.
That's true, actually. They're a lot shorter when they take their skates off.
I have a picture of my husband next to two guys on the team, and he looks like he's standing on his stool.
Really? But George is very tall.
George is big. George is a big boy.
Maripier?
Yeah. What does people don't know about hockey players? That they're great dads. I think from what I see on the outside, just George with the twins, he's unbelievable, and every guy that I got to see to be with their kids, they're loving, they're so gentle, and you see a whole different side of them that what you see on the ice. So it's very touching to actually see them.
I think out of all sports, hockey guys are the most casual.
Yeah, that's true.
What do you mean by casual?
Down to earth?
Down to earth and laid back. As far as I always see when, sometimes I see some basketball wives and the guys are always out without their girlfriends. When the guys go out in the hockey world, they're all, the wives are always invited.
Yeah, that's true.
We rarely see so many beautiful women getting along so well. What's the secret with the hockey wives?
I'm a lesbian trapped in a straight girl's body. So
I tried to get the lesbian out so many times.
She did, actually. She did. But I'm like a lesbian. I want to look at you and admire you, but I don't want to make out with you.
Tiffany and Maripier, how did you guys meet? Like, what's the story with that?
Tiff, do you want to tell the story?
The real story? No.
we can't really say
we can't tell the real story.
I remember the first time we hung out, it was you, me, George, and Douglas Murray, and we went to
we went to a fight.
Bar, and we had Caesars, and I don't know, and she's my first friend in the hockey world. Like I met a lot of girls before, but she's the first one I really hung out with, and that I was like texting, and that I felt comfortable enough to open up to her. So, but it was like love at first sight. I don't even remember, like, it was just like easy.
I can tell you when I first decided she was going to be my friend. Remember when we were at the fight and you said, "I'll be right back. I got to go take a shit."
Thanks for throwing me under the bus, you cunt. Oh.
Okay, well, now that we know that, we need just a little teaser of the real story. Just even one word, what little teaser.
Exactly. Can you give him a little bit of a tidbit? Daniel's our super fan of what the on-paper story of how you met.
Wow, now I'm so intrigued.
I can't.
We know it. We gotta know
Trevor
it.
Boris, what can
Like
you
me before she even knew me. She liked me before she even knew
I have a
me.
question, but it changes the topic, so I don't know if you want to change the topic or if you want to keep digging.
Ask us the question.
Because a lot of the filming was done separately, like we're with Tiff and George or with MP and Brandon. What was it like for you guys to kind of see everyone else's stories, like Emily's and Bridget's? Was that interesting for you guys?
I thought Emily was really cute. Remember when she walked into she's in the bathroom, sweetie. She walked in the party and she was nervous. Like for me, I'm like, I would have never thought someone would have been nervous to be in that situation.
Well, you guys are kind of intimidating.
Okay.
I'm not intimidating.
Well, maybe
Yeah,
not
you
you, but
are.
also kind of like what you're a little bit. And
He's absolutely right.
I think for her, yeah, I think she was all, I mean, it was probably a little overwhelming.
So cute. I love making her blush.
It was great, and I think that people, I don't wanna spoil anything, but we got to watch the second episode, and I think that people are gonna fall in love with Cadet Labera.
Mm-hmm.
She's one of the most amazing human beings I met in my whole life. Like, you want to see the second episode just for her.
Yeah, for me, I've seen the second episode, and she's actually really like quick and has like a dry sense of humor, and you don't honestly see that yet. So I can't wait to like see it come out.
It was so funny. I was texting her the other day, and I'm like, "How do you like yourself?" And she said, "I need to move my mouth when I speak," and it made me laugh so hard because she kind of speaks like this. I thought it was hilarious.
Russell,
That's like me. When I laugh, I go like this because I hate my folds in my face.
No, you laugh like this.
Where have you heard that before? Who does that? Who does that?
That's Tiffany's thing.
Russell, we have some time for a few more social media questions that you have.
Yeah, I just want to note that, guys, on Twitter, people are going crazy. There's like drinking games starting. People are loving this Google Hangout. We have a hit on our hands, but there's one question that someone did ask. TV Cruz, she says, real talk though, which sport has the best looking men? And we can't say hockey. We have to be truthful, guys. Which sport has the best looking men?
Which girl on the show?
Which sport? No, which sport?
I love how you're going to say which girl.
Is it which girl or which sport?
Which sport? Which sport has the best men?
I mean, I'm going to say hockey only because I don't like pansies.
Oh! And there we have it, guys.
I think I'm going to say hockey, too. I think body-wise, they're the most normal. Like, baseball player has
tree trunks, white boys with ass.
Yeah. They have good bodies. I would say.
Oh, yeah, and like the no teeth thing, super hot.
My husband has all his
attractive, actually.
We have one more question.
Russell, can we get one more?
One last quick question. Is there any competition among the wives regarding which has the best hockey team of all? Is there any rivalry amongst the hockey wives on the show? A friendly rivalry, maybe.
I guess there's teams you don't want to win only because you never want the team that your husband used to play for to win, because you'd like to think that the only reason they were good was because of your husband, but
yep.
I don't think we are enough into hockey to really get a rivalry.
And MP is a sore winner, so I definitely don't want Montreal to win.
A sore winner? What do you mean?
She's a gloater. She gloats.
I won.
Yeah, see, there it is.
They're teasing to something, I think, in episode 8, maybe. Yeah.
If we win a Stanley Cup, you're gonna be the first one to take a sip of champagne out of it. I promise.
Nope, that's bad luck.
All right, before we wrap it up, Trevor, Maripier, Tiffany, can you give us, again, in this note, like a little taste of what to look forward to that's coming up that you know we're going to get excited about?
I think Trevor probably knows more than us.
Who does? Trevor?
Ooh,
yeah.
Trevor.
Me. I know I haven't seen past episode 2 either right now. I'm trying to think of like a favorite moment coming up. You guys go first and come back.
Well, I think the next episode is a little hard for me to watch because I have like a mental breakdown. But that happens pretty quickly.
Come on, you get one of those once a day.
Well, Maripier, near the end of this episode, one of the big moments is when you tell us that you broke up with him, and then we know you're together now, but we don't know what happened there.
Well, it was a tough 2 years, schedule-wise.
Careful,
We
Lola.
were like on 2 different planets. But now I think we sorted it out over the summer. We realized that we wanted to be together, and we changed things that needed to be changed. So I think we're in a way, way, way better place now.
Hold on, Remus has to say hi. Hold on.
Did you see Lola? She said hi too.
Remus, come here.
Hi, Remus.
Remus. Look at my big dog.
I feel like there's a whole spin-off of like the hockey dogs. Seriously, Trevor, look into this.
Yeah.
I will say, actually, since these 2 girls are here, one of the things I'm really looking forward to, and I haven't seen how it's all been put together, but it'll happen a little later on, but they spend a weekend together.
Oh, yeah.
That was like super fun, and just seeing these 2 together, like, I mean, Hero's great, but you put them in a room with like a bunch of drinks, and super fun.
My little Frenchie.
We're fun to hang out with.
Yeah.
We can't wait for that. All right, ladies, do you have anything else to say to the people watching or anyone who is on social media or all the fans watching tonight before we sign off?
Well, my Twitter was like blowing up tonight, so I just want to say thank you to everybody that took the time to watch the show and to tweet at us. That means everything, and that's exactly the reason why we decided to do this show. So I'm super happy. Thank you very much.
Same here. Same thing.
Amazing.
Same thing. Say thank you.
Same thing.
Next Wednesday, 10 p.m. on the W Network, and then we're going to have another Google Hangout at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here. Hashtag hockeywives is how to talk to us. We're all
Bye, Frenchie.
Bye, baby. I love you.
All right. We love you guys, too. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight, and we'll see you next week at 10 and 11 on Hockey Wives. Bye, everybody.